Hello. How is everyone? Mm, Let's see if I can get this to cooperate. It's not liking me right now, but we're working on it. Bonnie's first in the chat. Good to see you, Bonnie. Let's see now. It decided that after I turned it on and off, that it's okay now. Hi. Oh, I don't want that. I just need another thing to look at the chat. That's all I need. There we go. Cool. My laptop was being obstinate. So I turned it on or turned it off, turned it back on. Hi, Cindy. Hey, Stephanie. Good to see you. How are people tonight? Okay, we got live chat, which should be all chat. There we go. Cool. I won't use my third device. Fourth device. I already have my tablet, my laptop, my phone, all the things and all the stuff on tonight. Hi, Laura. Good to see you. And I prefer not to turn it all on. It'd be just nice to get one or two to work. Geneva, good to see you. How are you? Are you cold up there? We got the cold snap down here today. It's supposed to be kind of chilly all week long. I don't know. Winter is definitely hanging on. It has come back. We had 60s and 70s earlier in the week, or last week, I guess we could say. And all right, now we're in the low 40s. Lucky to be over freezing, basically, with the wind chill. Yeah, I mean, we've had rain and snow too, so yep, that's what it does. Makes it nice and icy on the roads, doesn't it? So, oh my goodness. All right, well, hi, I'm Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures. Good to see y'all tonight. Thank you for joining me for my Tuesday regular live sale here on my YouTube channel. I've been trying to pull together some randomness around things that haven't been shown yet on the channel, things that haven't gone to the booth yet. So I've come up with a couple different, a bit of a variety. So you never know what's going to come up here tonight. Hey, Melinda, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Are you cold too? Is it that far? I think Stephen was complaining that, that little saying, your weather's in my yard, come and get it. That's what I heard today from Stephen. So I was like, sorry, you can have it. I don't want it. I am ready for spring. I'm ready for warmer weather. Yeah, low 40s still too, right? Kristen, I talked to her via text messages yesterday, I believe. She's home. She's been home now. What? She got home last a week ago Wednesday. So she's almost been home for 2 weeks tomorrow. I don't know if she'll be popping in tonight. I didn't ask her to come and mod. I feel like that's a little too much for her. I mean, because I know she's been getting really tired in the evening still. She did start going back to work. So that's where I'm saying yesterday, she's like, yeah, as soon as I get some work done, and by the evening, she's just wiped out. Besides that, she said a sneeze made her take about a 2-hour nap, exhausted her the other night. Because if you hurt or you're coughing and coughing and coughing, same kind of thing. It's all those muscles in there. And then one of those sudden moves, and it'll get you. It'll get you good. So she's still recuperating. She has started back to work. I don't know if she'll be popping in tonight. I did not ask that. But Jason's been out looking for some goodies. They posted some that he found one of those pineapple jam jars. The ones that are really super hard to find and worth over $100 a piece. He found one of those last week at the thrift up in Denver. So yes. Yep, we've been thinking about her a lot. It's kind of a bummer that she's out of commission for a little bit, but I'm glad that she's able to be recovering. And I mean, this cold weather is probably keeping her home too, for that matter, quite honestly. If it were me, I wouldn't be going anywhere. I'd just be hanging out at home. So yeah, that's what I know about Kristen. I know she's still recuperating, still sore, all that stuff. So let's see. I don't think there's any other. Well, did I talk about, so my friend Barb, that was the van thing? There she is. She's gonna hang out and say hey. Good to see you, Kristen. Definitely been thinking about you. I know. That's what I said, Stephanie. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry you had to go back to work so quick. But so she can share anything she wants in my chat. She has carte blanche to do her own updates. And just saying what I remember from the quick text messages we had yesterday. So my friend Barb, with the issue with her van, she finally got her van repaired and brought back to Denver from Raton last Thursday. So she's got that back on the saga of the van. Right? That's right. We Beetlejuiced her. At least enough for her to come and say hello, huh? Stevens, they're still dealing with those last because of the stuff that happened from the tornadoes a couple weeks ago, and now they have those 70-mile-an-hour winds. He's figuring they're going to have some more damage with trees and stuff down in Alabama. But I always sorry, not taking my weather back. You can keep it. Just keep sending it on. Just keep moving it east. Send it along. So, but yeah, Jason always, I mean, they do some great videos for what he finds. I take a picture and then forget about it for a week or a month or 6 months and never post anything. I have 3 or 4 fun finds that I have yet to put up there, but I did do a little Instagram reel about shipping out some of the heart-shaped toothpick holders from last week. Everybody was super awesome. Thank you all for being so quick. After last Tuesday with Steven, we got all the stuff put in the spreadsheet. I got invoiced. Everybody paid, and it was all shipped, and everything was out, except for 1 or 2 from the very end by Saturday. So, and if it wasn't shipped out, it was talked about and communicated, and we're all good. So it was super fast. Since I hadn't done any invoicing for February, I was like, wow, that went really easy and quick. So thank you all so much. And I hope you're starting to receive your fun finds and treasures that we got from this last month and enjoying those as well, as they should be coming in the mail. I think most of them went out on Saturday. I think I took the last one today. So other than that, we're all caught up, which is really super fun. I've made a couple trips to the booth. We're getting that caught up. I'm working on it. We're trying, especially since it's been cold. I'm like, what else can we do? Been doing a lot of tagging for the booth in the evening or at my friend's house during Mondays, hang out with my friend Kathleen. So yeah, I think that's about where we're at. Well, hey, Becky, good to see you. How are you doing tonight? I have a little mix of everything. I have some springy, little bit of Easter-ish, and a couple St. Patrick's Day, some random finds from the week. I have a little bit of plush because I want to put those out in my booth. So, and I have a little bit of books that I pulled for tonight. So, yeah. Well, I think that would be really hard too. When you work from home, you're like, oh, I can just get on and do some stuff quick and easy, right? But yeah, the good news is you can have a nap whenever you need it. So, all right. Yes. So I will be working on invoicing within the next 48 hours. If you are new to me, please send for your information here at vintagevikingtreasures@gmail.com. I do need your PayPal email address and your zip code for your shipping estimate for that invoice. Yeah, I bet you they are, Kristen. So that's crazy because I need, and I know I'm like woo, back and forth, back and forth. So I see in my head, I'm like, when am I going to get to see Kristen? It's probably going to be a while before we even go back up to Denver again, especially with the weather. So then I don't even know when we're going to throw stuff in the car because I need to talk to MJ too. We can see if we can get all the meetups done in the next couple weeks. But back to where we're at tonight. I'll be invoicing hopefully within 48 hours. I ask that you try and pay within 48 hours, and then I try and ship out within 48 hours. There's a pretty simple, pretty basic. If there's something going on, let me know. Give me a holler. Things change. Communication is key, and we'll go from there. So, oh, there is Miss Gail. How you doing, Miss Gail? Talk to her today too, quick. So, yeah, everybody misses you. See? That's how it is. So, any questions? Throw them in the chat. Somebody, myself, will answer them. You know, no question is a silly question. I usually go about 2 hours, give or take, trying to be respectful of everybody's time. Love that you're able to be here with me and do some of these fun sales. And try not to go forever into the evening, especially when I have mods that I want to be able to respect their time as well. So, I have a mix of all kinds of different stuff tonight. So you have a cousin in Pueblo and you're going to, oh, yeah, there's a lot of knee surgeries going around right now. So it doesn't surprise me that they're going to Denver, though. That makes a little bit of sense. So, all right. Well, I'm going to be basically modding myself. I don't know if I will be throwing solds necessarily in the chat or not. We'll see what we can figure out. I do have my laptop up. So, yes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it as well. So, and thank you for keeping us in the loop and coming and saying hi and giving us updates. Because I'm always like, I wonder how so-and-so is doing. I've been doing that with Yvonne too, because she had back surgery right around the beginning of the year. And I'm like, I think about talking to her, and then, you know, midnight comes and goes. And I'm like, oh, it's a little late to send it now, but we go from there. Our friend Roberta's on her way home. Wonderful. Good to hear, Gail. Hopefully she'll have good weather and not run into too much of this cold stuff on the way back, because we all know that ain't fun to drive in. So, Marcy, hi. Look at my Colorado girl. Look, it's 3 in a row right in the chat. How is everyone? Thanks for joining me tonight. So, hey, let's just do a quick start and we'll go from there. The St. Patrick's Day that I have, I believe I only have, well, you know, I have a few green kind of colored things, but I think these are the only 2 that I have that are pretty themed. These will be a $3 start. They are a reprint of some of the like the postcards. They have a little bit of glitter. They're cut out. They have a stand. They're probably from one of the hobby stores and stuff. I have 2 of this one available that says St. Patrick's Day greetings, and they would be a $3 quick claim. So it's kind of like an easel. You just push it flat for storage and pull it out for standing up for a display. And I have 2 of those available. Well, hi, Sally. Good to see you. Oh, I bet you it is cold up there. So that one would be St. Patrick's greetings. Oh, my goodness. I am not sad that I don't. That's going to be like a totally triple negative. I'm glad I don't live in the Midwest. It's just too cold for me. I know I'm supposed to be, you know, hardy like that and all, but it's just not. I just can't handle it. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Welcome in. And this is the second one I have, 2 available. This one says lucky to have you. Again, a reprint of one of the old postcards or graphics. Same kind of style with the easel. So this one we could just call lucky. I have 2 available. These would be a $3 start. And she has glitter on her apron and her kerchief on her head for display. They are about, both of these are about 6 inches tall and about 3 or 4 inches wide. So I figured I'd go ahead and offer those here before I took them to the booth. Okay, so then we need a spot. Oh, that's too heavy. Okay, here's the spot. I got a spot. Perfect. For the booth. Things that are going to the booth after tonight. I don't know. We haven't been up in the Midwest for, well, last summer we were there, but we didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of the antiquing and stuff. So yes, definitely on the list. It's always fun to be able to come snooping at those shops too. So, and now all of a sudden I'm like totally have connected where you are. And I remember, I remember now. Thanks for popping in. Cool. And this is a little ornament. It's more like a chipboard. It's thicker than the St. Patrick's Day one. And this one is $3 as well. Little chick in the basket with the floral design. This is about 4x4, $3. We can just say chick ornament. You got any good stuff up there? People finding good stuff over the winter? Or I don't know how that, like here in Colorado, our sales, like our estate sales and that kind of stuff of people clearing out really slows down because of the weather. Because I'm assuming that happens up there too in South Dakota as well. Just a guess. So, all right. Next, I have a choice. I have a tiger eye beaded bracelet. It has 4 of the real big tiger eye beads. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And then it has the smaller tiger eye and like a black onyx in between. This will be a $4 choice to start with. I have the tiger eye elastic one, and then the other one is the band, like for putting the beads on, that you can do whatever you like. You can add however many beads you like the Fenton glass beads that we've had, or now I'm gonna not be able to say the name of it again. I see you, Melinda. Thank you. I believe what's on here are like from the craft store, but they have a couple glass ones and rhinestone, and then like a faceted bead there. And you just twist off. Let me make sure put this back on so we don't lose the end. Oh, it almost came to me. So you can add beads or whatever you need to fill that up. And that's just like a cuff bracelet. It goes like that. So I see Melinda in at 4. Anybody else wants to be 5 or higher, let me know. Let me make sure I can get these off. Yes, the Pandora. These are not my favorite. This does have a little bit of a twist. It's not exactly straight. So that's why I think this is just, that is not like because one end is closer. It's just got a little bit of a twist to it. I believe it's one from the craft stores. I don't believe it's Pandora. I don't believe it's a sterling or anything, but it'd be really fun to be able to put your, especially your Fenton glass beads on it or so on. There we go. I'm going to say sold to Melinda. Oops, I got to put it in the right spot. Sold. Melinda's. There we go. And which would you like? The bead or the tiger eye? Both. You got it. 2 times 4 bracelets. Thank you so much. We're going to go there. Oh, somebody's talking about me. My nose is itching. Now, when we were in Florida, I finally got in my box of goodies. So we unloaded the van on Saturday before the cold front hit. And I got Jeff the choice of this kind of a set. There's It's the Epcot and Olaf. They're for putting like on the top of your coffee, and you can sprinkle cocoa or powdered sugar or whatever you want to make like that fancy top of a cup of coffee. So this would be $2. He picked one to try out. And this is the other character that that I got. So I have an Olaf with Epcot. That's a $2. They call it, they're coffee stencils. Oh, excuse me. From the Festival of the Holidays from Epcot. So it kind of shows you what happens. Hopefully it looks like that after you, if your mug is not bigger than this, I'm sure it would just sit right on the rim, and then you powder it and make that fun design. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. I don't know why I'm sneezing. Very strange. I have an agate egg. This is a big one. Thank you, Becky, as well. I think this one is at least a pound. I have had a hard time finding any of these stone eggs. This one's got browns and probably some quartz there in it. Kind of like a chocolate egg. It is 3 inches tall by about 2 inches across. I'm going to weigh it just to make sure so we know what it is. Oh, it's only 9 ounces. Half a pound. That's all we got there. So this would be a $7 start. Usually I see these going for $12 to say $18, depending on what color they are. This one's more of a natural colorway. It's got some grays in it as well. I don't believe it's dyed, but it's a little bit bigger than, it's definitely bigger than, say, a chicken egg. A chicken egg's about like that. So 1 stone egg. I haven't had any of those in a while. It was hiding over here. I don't even know where it came from. It was kind of funny when I was looking through things. I have a choice. $3 choice. I believe these were made by someone at like a craft vendor kind of person. They are a block of wood, obviously. It's 4 by 3, and it is 1.5 inches wide. So $3 choice. I was into hip hop before it was cool, the Easter Bunny. And the whole block has been painted green, and then they applied that little saying on the front with a little knob for display or a shelf. Obviously a display. Good grief. Assemblage. Vignette. There's the word. And then the other choice is my cute little chickadee. And that's more of the oranges with a very light, like an ecru color paint along the block. So, I mean, I can't go out and buy the wood or the paint to make these, let alone come up with cute little things to put on them. So this one does have a little extra finial on it. This one does not on the top. It looks like it might have had something at one point, unless they put the thing on the wrong side, so they didn't put it on there. But cute little spring Easter themed block. I thought I had a whole box of Easter out in the garage, but I did not find it when we unloaded the car. I'll probably find it right after Easter, right before I come back from my next show in April. That's when I'm guessing I will find it. Spring will be fine, but anything Easter themed will not be able to go out, and I will have to just save it again till next time around. All right. These are vintage cake toppers or cupcake little displays, little picks. They're music notes. Exactly. Never fails. It's always find it right after I needed it. These will be Same thing. $3 start seems to be like we were stuck on 8 last week, where these are 3. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 music notes in there. So there's pinks, blues, yellows, greens, and all with gold highlights. And they have that little pick right here to go into cupcakes or around the edge of a cake. This was from a cake company in Madison, Wisconsin. Right, Kathy? Basically April Fools every holiday. So I'm guessing they bought in bulk. These also remind me of, say, like the 80s, 70s to 80s. And then they prepackaged them for selling at their location. And somehow somebody, well, let's see here, Irene Hansen's Cake Corner. And that's how much they were originally. So there used to be a couple different cake shops in town, and I think they're all gone. I know there was one down in Widefield. And then there used to be shops like that had all of the candy molds and all the cake products, the pillars for standing everything and that kind of stuff. There might be one left up in Denver, but I don't know. I haven't been to that in years. I haven't even looked it up actually recently. I wonder if it still exists. With all the party stores and everything going out of business, you just never know what's still around. All right, I found this one today. This is a Westmoreland covered candy dish. It is crystal with a satin finish. I'll take this off so you can see the front of it. I'll start this one at $12. It says sincere best wishes. Had a little bit of something missing there, but it looks like it was either painted or the decals, like the numbers and letters look like decals for like a 25th anniversary with the silver bells. Is it marked? I don't see a marking on it. It is 8 inches tall and 3 inches across. It almost looks like the Viking horn ships, goblets. I'm guessing that's a decal at the top, but no chips, no cracks, and it does have a nice little pinstripe around the top. Cute little candy dish. If anyone you know is celebrating a 25th anniversary or 25th birthday, it could go either way, honestly. That doesn't say birthday or anniversary on it. It just says best wishes on your 25th. So I'm guessing this would be 70s, 80s for Westmoreland. I'm going to set that over here. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. So let me do this super duper quick. There we go. Nobody wants to see that. Now, hopefully I won't sneeze anymore. Okay. What's next? Oh, I'm going to take these out of the bag. Graduation season is coming up. These are the only ones that I have seen. I would do them as a pair or singly, depending on what you want, I guess. So we can price them individually. I believe they are made in Japan. They have wire inside for the arms and the legs. They have that soft fabric kind of face. Thank you, Nancy. And they are like an ornament. So we have one in the black cap and gown and one in the white cap and gown. Now, she doesn't have a thing. Well, this one has the ornament hanger and this one doesn't. This one just has like the tassel hanging. So I guess we could do choice. Let's do choice at $8 each. If you have a graduate coming up or someone who just loves vintage, they have the spun hair, the soft fabric face. We have the bow in the white, contrasting the black mortarboard and gown and a gold diploma, and then the opposite in the white. And I think, whoops, oh my goodness, he just bumped the camera. I think that there was probably a made in Japan or some sort of a maker sticker there, but it is no longer, just a little trace of it. So these are approximately 5 inches tall. And I found them just like this in probably a box. Somebody put them away and they haven't been out for a while. There's no indication on anything else in here, just tissue paper to keep them nice and secure in their little box. So I have come and gone through graduation season a couple times and thought now is a great time to offer them. Otherwise, so then they can go out of the booth this year. Well, we are going to have a big day at the booth coming up. All right. Okay, that's that. What else do we have? We're going to go here with a choice again. Let's hit that $8 choice. I think I have shown some of these before, but I want to make sure they get one last chance, these bunnies, before Easter time. I believe this white one is a homemade version. Has wire in the ears, plush, buttons for eyes, that real thick yarn for hair here at the top, felt, an eyelet ribbon lace on our outfit, little pom-pom tail, and the fleece, fleece all the way around. She is almost 10.5 inches tall. So that's the white bunny. This one I think I showed when we were on the road, and I found this one in Alabama. This is a knickerbocker. Like I said, he does have a little spot there where maybe it got pulled from his button. Knickerbocker made a lot of different plush, but this one is like cotton that's been printed on, and then the ears are felt with cotton, and his little vest and shoes and pants and everything. Super, he almost looks orange carrot ears there. And the last choice is a little girl with that soft fabric face, just like the graduates that I had. But she's dressed up with bunny ears and her little white and yellow outfit with the pink flowers, and again having the wire in the legs so she could be a shelf sitter, or you could hang her. Very reminiscent of like the Pixies in terms of how the era that this one is. Carrie Ann is in at 8. Thank you, Miss Carrie Ann. So those are my 3 bunny choices. I'm going to start the tag for that. There we go. If anybody else wants to be in, it'll be 9 or higher. Otherwise, we'll mark it sold for Carrie Ann. And you can let me know what your choice is. Say knickerbocker, which would probably be real challenge to spell actually. White bunny, yellow bunny. We'll just call this one orange or green bunny. You'd like the yellow girl. You got it. Thank you so much. And if anyone else wants to claim, you can just put, let's put orange or pink in the chat. This box is going to fill up super fast today, which is great. All right, cool. Oh, I do have another bunny rabbit. This one is a wooden one. Oh, I know what I needed. Yeah, that's why it was sitting where it was. It's missing one little button. So if I probably have a bin of buttons that I could find one and stick on there and fix it up. But this would be a $4 wooden bunny. Got raffia and then like the little wooden bow. She is almost 9 inches tall, a foot and a half, 1.5 inches wide, or deep. Goodness sakes, and 3 inches wide, 1.5 this way. Looks like a little whitewash kind of finish, and then somebody drew the face on there. And I think I said $4 because of the missing button. Otherwise, I will dig a button out and zhuzh them up. This looks like older wood too. Oh, if I can. Doesn't want to come off. It's really smooth. It looks like somebody repurposed some wood. So, bunnies all around. Well, that's. I found these this week. I have a pewter mermaid. Now, she's got all of her bits covered up, thank goodness. I did not see any mark on her. I would like to start her at $12. She's got a little bit of weight to her. It's nice and solid pewter. See, the scale doesn't want to stay on, of course. About 4 ounces. I thought maybe there'd be a marking here on the bottom, but I don't see it, or on the back. So it just reminds me of all the little miniatures that in the type cut tray kind of miniatures to put on a shelf. I don't know if like the other thing was they made them for a bunch of games and stuff. $12 start on the mermaid. She's about 3.5 inches wide and about 2 inches tall. There's details on her face, long hair, and lots of scales, and then on her fin as well. I have a hard time finding mermaids in Colorado. It's kind of landlocked. But at the same time, I found that one. We picked up this one that I'm going to show next. I'm going to let's see. It says Summit Collection out of Arcadia, California. I believe this is something that you can still purchase online. I think it's a newer piece. They were calling her kind of like an Ariel or Little Mermaid, kind of reminiscent of the mermaid on the stone from Denmark. But she's sitting on a giant clam with all different sea creatures, urchins, starfish. I would start her at $15. Oh, Gail, are you in on the pewter mermaid? I believe that was what I had it started at. Let's see. And I'm going to go there. Hold her back up. I believe this is the one that Gail was in on. Yes. All right. Oh, I don't think. I thought she might have had a necklace on for a second, but I don't see it. All right. We will consider that one sold to Miss Gail. Thank you so much. And then we'll go back to this gal. I believe this one is resin. I don't think it's metal. It's not heavy enough to be metal, but it definitely has that metallic finish to it. She's got a real detailed top on with the shells and her necklace. I believe I said she was a $15 start. And then you have like the anchor, the ship's wheel, and a little bit of a green wash on her scales. She is 5.5 inches tall and about 4 by 4 on the base. There is also some staining the pink for the shells and the starfish. So here is the glaring on that sticker. There we go. Summit Collectibles, Arcadia, California. You're welcome. Okay. I have a vintage little bird. Very pale pastel. I don't remember if I showed this one or not. I don't think it made it in. It'll be a $6 start. It's sitting on like a pot metal branch. That's how it's mounted. I believe it's just glued in there, like the hollow pottery. And I think when I looked this up, there were other colors like yellow, blue, pink, but she's definitely the yellow with the orange highlights. I have no idea what kind of bird it is. And let's see, does it have a mark? It has a mark right here, I think. That W, or it could be an M, or the N. I think it's is it Norcrest with a crown? I think that might be what it was. You know, I look things up and then I go, oh, it's a good, something good. I thought I said 6. I thought I said a $6 start. Sorry, Stephanie. I'm not typing that in because I haven't, I'm just not as fast. And it looks like the eyes are printed on, or like maybe a stencil was put down. But thank you, Laura. Cute little bird. Laura, are you in at 6 or are you just telling me that I said 6? Because then we'll know where Stephanie needs to be at. So bird on a branch. And I believe that's what that is Norcrest. That right there on that branch. Yep. Okay. So Steph, you could be at 6. Anybody else wants to be higher? I think, yeah, that's what I was reading was Laura was reminding me what I had said. And no worries. It's helpful. I appreciate it. That's how I read it. Not a problem. We'll call that for Miss Stephanie, and I'm going to put this on here so it doesn't walk away. And then we'll say sold to, and then we'll put it in like that. That work for you, Miss Stephanie? Now I have an item that is super big. I'd be willing to ship it. I really just don't know where it needs to start at, quite frankly. You can, Miss Melinda. Mermaid on a shell. We'll get you. You got it. Thank you so much. Keep you right over there. So that video of where I found the bittersweet vase hat, I came around the corner and this was in the vase section of that same store. This is a huge chunk of glass. Goes from the greens to the ambers. See this right down here? It's got a nice cut and polished base. It's got some scratches, so you can see that there has been some wear over the years. And what's amazing is it has the original genuine boho glass sticker still on it. I believe it's Czechoslovakian Bohemian glass. And depending on what colorway there are and what size they are, they're all over the place on prices. I would be willing to start this one at $40 here. I'd probably put it in my booth somewhere between $55 and $60 to start. It is very heavy. I mean, it's a solid chunk of glass down here at the base. That's where we can see it. There we go. So this is all glass right here, all the way out. And it weighs Oh, we got to reset the scale. All right, here we go. Come on, scale. Cooperate. It's 5 pounds. 5 pounds of glass. And why I would start it a little bit lower is because I believe whoever had it prior definitely used it. It's not sick, was what they call it sometimes, but it definitely has a little bit of water calcification around the rim where somebody probably had flowers in it. I would say this is a good 1/2 inch thick of glass at the top edge like that. It is 10 1/4 inches tall, and the widest is 5 inches wide and about 3 inches. So 3 inches this way, 5 inches this way, 10 1/2 inches tall. I love that it has a sticker on it. It's gold metallic, so it's catching the light and blowing it out. So yeah, I was like, well, I will take that one. Even though it's very well, it's bohemian colors. It's those 70s, the greens and the ambers, but beautiful piece of glass. I don't think it glows. I didn't even try that. Here I am falling down on the job. Oh, well. Now, normally it would just, so it has some fluoresce to it, some reaction. This is the 365. So the 395, you just see that blue reflection on the glass. But this is a little bit different. It does have a little bit of something in there that's reacting to the black light. So yeah, let's see if we can show. I want to show that amber at the bottom. There you can see it. There's the amber. And then you can start to see the green up here. So it's cased. I'm assuming then that we started with some green and put a little amber over the bottom. And as it was blown out into this shape, they kind of melded together. So a nice, beautiful piece of glass. So yeah, this is one of those finds that I need to post about. All righty. Next up, this is something newer, but I thought they were fun. I think they'd be really neat to have in a very modern vase or a display. Sorry, there's a rubber band around them. Oh, and then not anymore, just snapped at me. When I looked these up, they average new around $12 a piece. So I'd be willing to start them at $8 for a choice. These are called, they're lucite, and they're called Cazador del Sol, Cazador del Sol. So we can see it here on the inside. They're a very modern floral design. I have the orange. I have 2 orange, 2 yellow, 2 bluey purple. It would be a choice. Now, they charge up in the sun and then they then they glow. Now, so the same kind of effect you can see with the black light, how bright they get. Ooh, they're just blowing. They're out blowing out, making my eyes. So that's both the different black lights. So kind of like what do you want to say? Like the solar lights, where if it sat in a window and then when you turn off the lights, they glow afterwards. So I thought they were very Art Deco, a new modern art looking kind of item, since everybody loves lucite and the glowy stuff. Thank you, Sally. They are about 11 inches long. They're all pretty much the same height. And then they have, so it's like an acrylic rod and then a little rubber tip on the end, and that's where that disc sits on it so it doesn't slide down. So, and then, yeah. So let's see, can we bring up back up there? just for grins and giggles, not any great colorway. Oh, so with that, oh goodness sakes. They probably looked a little better if the stems were bunched together. They were a start of $8 choice, Cindy. The new ones are about $70 for a set of 6 is what I was reading recently. So I think you could still get them in different colors, but I thought I'd offer them here at a little bit less than that to start with. And I'm going to see if we put here, let's put a little twisty on it. See if that helps keep them together for grouping in the vase. Yeah, a little bit better. So just kind of fun. So, all right, we had Cindy in, and Cindy, mom, Cindy was right before you. So mom went to 9, which was right before Miss Sally. Cindy is in at 10. I would love to find more of this kind of stuff. That's a new modern twist. It's not breakable, and it's a great way to have something to accent in a vase that you don't have to worry about water and getting those oxidization or oxidized rings in a vase and such. So they kind of do. I think they kind of look like poppies, especially this orange one. Kind of gives me a modern poppy. So let's see. Mom is in at 11. Cindy is out. I guess, Sally, let us know whether you'd like to be in or out. So there'll be a choice each. And that rubber band, boy, that rubber band really was spent. So I have 2, thank you, Sally, 2 of the orange, 2 of the yellow, and 2 of they're like I would say blue to like a periwinkle. So it looks like we got mom in, everybody else is out. So sold. Soul. Since they're Del Sol to Maria for the chat's purposes. What is your choice? And hi, Ma. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. They would be pretty on the patio. If you had like a big bay window or a lot of sunlight that comes in on a dining room table or something like that. Just going to take 2 orange and 1 yellow. Thank you. Come on. 3 times the 11 for the flowers. And then let's see, Cindy, you would be my backup or next in line. Are you interested in a choice? I think these would be really fun for BTS, which is beautiful table settings for a real modern, fun tablescape. So I have the yellow and then the blue periwinkle left. Cindy, if you were interested. All right. Thank you so much. Cindy B. I've been enjoying them on my counter for a little while, so I'll pass them on to you guys. Perfect. I'm glad you like those. See, now, when I get things like this, they're like, what did you find? Where did you find that? What is it? I'm like, I don't know. It just looks interesting, so I'm going to take it home and figure it out. So I love it when you guys like the kind of stuff that I pick. I mean, I think it's that's kind of part of the collectors in us and the decorators in us, is that certain people have different eye for different things. So it's really kind of fun to see what people pick. So, oh, good. I'm glad you feel better, Mom. Okay, I'm going to take a sip for the lag. I do have a couple more choices sitting up here. I didn't realize that. I'm going to move this one over here so you don't tip it off. Perfect. And the flowers, you guys cooperate over here. Don't knock anybody over. I found this spoon rest today It has trademark of Disney. It's a little piglet ceramic spoon rest. $8 start. So the belly is where you'd have for on the stove to rest your spatula or spoon or whatever you need. The glaze is not on the very tips of the ears, and then this section right here for where it would sit flat. But I think that was so cute, little piglet. And if I didn't say it, we got to have dinner at Magic Kingdom when we were there. We had dinner with Piglet, Eeyore, Pooh, and Tigger, and we all got pictures with them. They're really fun. Oh, Marcy's in at 8. Thank you, Marcy. Let's see. Piglet, spoon rest. I know. I thought just so tickled with ourselves, just can't quite contain it. So Beverly is in at 9. Hi, Bev. Miss Marcy, you let me know if you'd like to stay in. There is no date on the back. It just says trademark with the copyright Disney. Let's see. I'll give you a measurement. Approximately 9.5 inches long. Widest is about almost 5 inches, almost 5 inches wide and 9 inches long. Barely stands up about an inch off of the flat surface. Marcy said 10. Bev said 11. You guys let me know where you'd like to be on this one. Marcy says 12. Thank you, ladies. I wish I could. I almost didn't pick him up because I had found a giant punch bowl and underplate. You're done. All right, Bev. Thanks for letting me know you're out. We're in with Marcy at 12. And we will mark that sold. And because Colorado doesn't do bags or anything anymore, they don't, my local Goodwill doesn't offer even boxes anymore. And this underplate was, 2.5 feet wide. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Bev. There we go. Got it all marked down. I was like, oh, how much breakable stuff do I want to try and manage without any way to keep it all safe? But I had some pillows and I had a blanket, and I'm like, oh, I'll just wrap it all up in the blanket. So where are we? Oh, you're welcome. Got it. Yes, cool. I'm glad I picked him up. I think this is one Mom sent along to me. I'm not quite sure where it came from. It's a little perfume bottle, glass bottle in a metal stand. I don't think it comes out. I think it is good and attached. Probably a $5 start. Looks like filigree or some berries and leaves. I believe that it is like attached or glued right in here on the corners. It has a plastic cap. Oh, well, it has that little old alcohol smell. I'm so glad I did that. But I'm not sure if you'd be able to clean that out even more or add like soap in it or something to have for a display, or even colored water would be really pretty on a counter or a dresser. It is a gold tone with a dark wash on it. It's not very tall, about 5 inches tall and about 2.5 inches square. I don't think there's a mark on it. I think it's a newer piece. Well, relatively, because I don't see any marks on the bottom. So that is the perfume choice. You go sit in the box right there. No falling off the counter. I have one of the birthday girls. I would start this one at $5. This is number 2. They have the bisque finish and then the gold on the number for the birthday. So the growing up girls. Does it say anything else? I can't read that in that colorway up there. Nope. I need all the things tonight. Growing Up Girls, Birthday Girls by UNESCO. That's who made these. I know, and I know better than to even try, Stephanie. But then everybody's like, smell it. Go ahead and try, because they want to see my face all scrunch up. But this is number 2. She's got the blue bow in her hair, cute little blue ruffle dress on the bow on the back, and an applied rose. She is 3 inches tall and about 1.5 inches, almost 1 3/4 inches across. They had these at Hallmark when I was in college, when I was working there. Cute little faces. And if anyone is looking for other numbers for birthdays, when I was at the store today, I think they almost had a whole complete set. I didn't even look at them because usually I only find 1 or 2. But if somebody is interested in other specific years, let me know and I can go see if they had that one available. That, and the last time I had one, I think her arm was broken off, or at least when I was looking at them. So never made it here. I know. I'm just one of those smells just are so I'm so sensitive. It's just how it is. Okay, this is kind of fun. This is new modern. I believe when I look this up, this is made in Italy. It's an acrylic holder, and it has 2 glass bottles that are square shaped with stoppers. They're for oil and vinegar for on the table. I believe that what I saw was around a $50 price point, but that's neither here nor there. But this one has never been used, never been had anything put in it. There's no marks on the bottom of it. I would start it here for 15. Has a little bit of tape goo on it, but this beautiful teal stopper, and it looks like it's cased. I think this is like a little bit of a plastic over the glass there to be nice and snug, and then it fits right in there. And they're very clear, very pretty glass decanters. They are about 6.5 inches tall, and the stand itself is about 7 inches wide and then about 8 inches tall. So this is like a lighter weight acrylic. It's got the holes just the right size for them to stand in. Looks like I need to do a little more goo remover because I had it taped all the way around, but it could be put right on your table. Nice way to be able to transfer it from the counter too. Thank you, Stephanie. I see you there. I know, Laura. I do that too. I'm going to cut down through here, and then I'm like halfway down the aisle. I'm like, that was a bad choice. I should have gone one more aisle to get away from the laundry soap and the detergents and everything. So anybody else wants to be in? Otherwise, I have Miss Stephanie for the decanter set. Thank you so much. This is what really caught my eye, was the color of those stoppers. Okay, let's make sure we can write this down. Oh, I don't even go down. No. Perfume? No, thank you. I actually go the other way. Like at the holidays when they're like, don't you want a free sample, or don't you want to try this? I'm like, no, I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't want to be anywhere around it when you spray it to even put it on the little cards. But thank you. And then people think I'm rude but I'm like, it'll just make me sneeze. All right, where are we at? We got all those things. Oh, this is the last guy I think I have here. And then I have some plush and some books. I have an owl. He's pottery. He has rhinestone eyes. I have no idea who made this guy. I have tried to look him up. He's very mid-mod, sleek lines. He's got a tri-foot. So, I mean, he's very mid-mod to me. A matte black finish. I would start him at $12 here. I would probably start him somewhere between 18 and 25 at my booth or at a show. You think? I just chalked it up to my sensitive Scandinavian genes. Interesting. Yeah, so he's got those little amber eyes. Thank you, Sally. I see you. There's no marks on the bottom. I have no idea who he is. I've looked him up. I'm gonna have to write that down. Is that the right spelling? MTHFR, or is that something? MTHFR. I'm gonna write it down right now for the sensitivity. Perfect. That'd be something to be interesting. Cool. I just kind of thought that, I had a really good sense of smell for a while. So, okay, cool. Interesting. My kids were like, oh my God. I'm like, you got to go change your clothes. Like Jeff would come home from camping and he'll smell like a fire. And I'm like, I can't stand it. You're going to have to go take a shower, change your clothes. I'm sorry. So, all right, we got Sally in on the owl at 12. I'm going to count that down or claim it for her unless anybody else wants to jump in there. And Miss Sally, I don't know if I've ever sent you anything. Do I have your information? Sally, I don't recall. Okay. If you haven't sent me your information, there's my email. You just send me a quick email message and we'll get it all set up for you. And thank you so much. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna go plush. I know it's a little bit well, it depends, Laura. Some natural smells bother me too. Okay. I've wondered about like sensitivity to other foods, or I figured I should probably at some point take an allergy test of foods and stuff too, like grasses and all those kind of things. But it's just never been quite at the top of my list of things to do. So, but oh my goodness, these are adorable. I don't know who made these. Oh my. Interesting. Well, we'll just have to look into that. I'll probably go down the rabbit hole. Cool. All right. I will do quick claim on the plush unless there is more than one person who puts in the same name at the same time. Then we'll do like I do for the 12 days, and we can do an offer between the two. So these are North American Bear Company out of New York and Chicago. This one says 1982 Messenger Bearer right here on his little tag. I don't know if they have the same dates on them or not. Oh, well, that's interesting. Because I know that they said something about my liver last time. What does this one say? Does it have a year on it? 1982. Mm-hmm. Now, see, natural wood smells good to me because my dad worked in furniture, and I guess that would be, just the difference between sometimes what you're used to and something, that you do or don't like. But I have 3 of them. I have 2 white and 1 brown. Let's do $3 choice. They're what's that? Articulated, his head is. And then the limbs all just kind of hang loose. It looks like they might have been on with something at one point, since they say messenger bear. They might have been attached to a vase or something. So their heads turn each direction. But yeah, North American Bear Company out of New York and Chicago from 1982. See, the other thing is my dad always said, "Oh, the sunshine makes me sneeze." Made in Korea. Oh, Margaret is in 3 on a bear. And I just found out recently that there's a real name for that symptom, or whatever you want to call it, that they've put a medical terminology to when the sunshine makes you sneeze. And I thought, well, there you go. There's another thing too. So, Margaret, which would you like? Do you want white? Both white, any combination of them. This one has a little lilac or pale blue bow. The other white one is missing a bow, and then the brown one has a red bow. I'm not going to put these all in the chat, though. You let me know what you would like, Margaret. Margaret. All 3, you got it. Thank you. Perfect. I'm actually just going to put them right back in the little bag they came out of so they don't get away from us. Next up, I have a Figment. He is Walt Disney Store, Walt Disney World critter plush. He has his tag, be a $6 start. Does he have a just says Figment beanbag? Is there a year on him? No year, no nothing on that part. But he came out of he's not a Disney Store one, he's a park one. So he's got his tush tags, he's got his hang tags. Figment, Walt Disney World, but there are no I don't see a copyright on him. These like the other little bean bags that Disney put out. I didn't know about Figment until the last couple years. I don't know why. I don't know if he was just a newer character. I mean, I know he's part of the park theming and everything, but I just really didn't know about him until recently. And probably the last 3 or 4 years. So, okay, this is a $4 tie beanie, a Beanie Boo. It's got the hang tag with the protector, but I'm going to open it so we can see what kind of critter this is because his name is Becca. You haven't heard of him either? Oh, well, he's so he's like that artist's imagination, like your figment of your imagination. But I didn't realize he was a character there. So it says, if I stood up on a chair, I could reach that golden pear. I deserve it because I'm cute. Plus, it's also my favorite fruit. Birthday, January 16th. Becca. And so it's got to be some sort of a little, maybe a lemur, a pink and purple little lemur with the glitter baby Beanie Boo eyes. This one will also be a $4 start. And he has his hang tag as well. His name is Stubby. I have no clue what kind of critter he is either. Another monkey or marsupial? I don't know. He's got blue glitter eyes. Okay, maybe that's it because I think Epcot didn't exist when I was a kid. So that makes more sense. Thank you, Marcy. Our local, you and Bev will be my local Disney aficionados since Steven's not here tonight. I tend to waddle while I walk, but never stutter when I talk. I eat lots of fruits and grains, especially for healthy brains. You think he's a sloth? He could be. He's really cute, though. I love him. Put his little tag back together. Now, Margaret, are you claiming this guy or just telling me what he is? He's got a really furry, extra fur around his face, though, too. So, if you're claiming him, just let me know with a yes or no. My I know I have some to take to the booth, but I haven't priced them yet. And that rack is starting to, I had to pull out some ones that were underneath. You got it, Margaret, for this guy. So we will call him a sloth. Thank you. I'm sure Marcy can tell us too when Epcot opened. I don't remember. I'm not, there's a big gap. This will be a $3 start because his name is George, but he doesn't have his hang tag, but he just has his tush tag. He's a little gorilla, I believe, like George of the Jungle. He's so dark, it's hard to see the difference in the longer hair and then the shorter pile on his face. Purple glitter eyes. I think he's a little gorilla. Oh, goodness. I'm like putting my hair back. I got my hair cut really short. Thank goodness. I really needed it back off my face again. But yeah, there's like some gaps in my memory and understanding of Disney between when I was a kid and when I had kids that I needed to pay attention for. Again, a $4 start. This one looks like he was a little love teddy bear. Oh, 82. Well, I should know then because, I was only 10 years old. I should have paid more attention, apparently. This is Desi. No matter where you go, I thought you ought to know. I hold you in my heart. I have right from the start. Cute little paws on this little white bear. And it has that bright pink sparkle ears. $4 on the white bear. I love it when they have the tag still because you get the little poems and everything. $3 start. There's a purple and white cow. Got little bitty horns, purple spots. His name is, what is it? Is it Ethel? Her name is Ethel. Ethel. There you go. Ethel the little cow. I mean, I remember him when we went to Epcot, but I didn't know. That was 2012, but I just didn't remember that he was a character before that. So who knew? I have a cute little baby, brand new one, dinosaur, has all the little chew toys. It hangs on, can go on like a car seat or a crib or whatever, Activity Buddy. So it looks like it originally came from Ross, but it is Dream Grow is a brand. So $6 start. It's that nice pastel sage green color. The plush, and then this is like that really short velour. I just found out somebody else. What have I done? No, I haven't done these before. Somebody else that I know is pregnant. Just somebody from the lodge, not a family member, but super exciting nonetheless for them. I have a jelly cat. Don't find these very often. This one's a little Dutch hound, wiener dog, in his mustard sweater. I will start him at $12. It's just kind of my standard start on jelly cats because I know they kind of go crazy, but he's super cute. He is about 10 inches long and about 6 inches tall. So he's fun. Usually the jelly cats have been well loved, and I have to leave them behind because their plush is so smushed. They don't look very new anymore. I try and pick the cute little ones that are in great condition. $3 start. This one is like a Christmas themed little unicorn, greens and reds all the way on. The fur, the eyes, the hooves, the tail. Name is Snowfall. Oh, this one's a big one. I wonder if they call these the same thing. This is a Beanie Boo, but bigger. So like on the regular Beanie Babies, they were called Beanie Buddies. So this is like that bigger size in reference. Like this is a regular Beanie Boo, and this one is bigger. And he has his little tag. So he will start at 6 because he's bigger. And this is Icy the seal. There's his name. There's his little poem. Let's see. I swim in the ocean and lay on the ice. My pretty white coat, they say, is quite nice to put on my blubber. I eat lots of fish. I catch them quickly when they start to swish. And since he's white, he's nice and clean. Those big blue sparkly eyes. All right, we're almost done with the plush. And then we'll go to the books for the grand finale this evening. This will be another $4 start. I have a poodle. Just a Beanie Boo as well. The big long fur, kind of like the trolleys. The tail, all in pinks and some sparkle on the feet. This is Camilla. When you're in, oh my goodness, I just can't read these anymore. Oh, when you're in the mood and want to doodle, I'll model for you. Draw a pink poodle. That's funny. This one, let's see. The brown bear. He does not have his ear tag, so he's a $3 start. Gold sparkle eyes. And his name is Brownie. No poem there. And the last choice I have here on the plush, this one is from Country Interiors. It's a little teddy bear that's jointed with a small section of quilt. It has a tag. This will be a $4 start. Out of Broomfield, Colorado. I don't know if they, made, I don't think they made the bears necessarily, but they put them together. They're jointed. And this one has that cute little blankie attached up at his mouth there. And I think we have made it through the plush. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. If there was any of those you wanted, just give me a holler. I do have a couple of vintage pieces. And then my favorite, the board books. Let me pull them all over here. Oh my goodness. I thought I picked a good selection, but now I'm like, that's a big pile. I have a lot of them. I haven't shown any for a while. My goodness. Well, if you don't want to see books, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. Definitely a big, a crazy collection of things tonight. So I have the Guess How Much I Love You. This is a $3 start. I have multiple copies of it. It's one of my favorite little board books. The bunny rabbit tail. We're going to make a good pile over here. Okay, Seal, you just fall over. You go back here then. You're my little cuddle bug. This one has some cutouts throughout the story. And then these are like 3D. I don't know, can you see that? So like it sticks out and then goes into the cutout. This would be a $4 start. So same with the bumblebee. All the different critters as we go have like a cutout to the next section. I really like this one. I thought it was really cute with all the different bugs. So that is a $4 start for Cuddlebug. Here's one that I threw in because I know everybody loves their rocks. This is a $5 start. So rock hounding in Colorado. It's like the field guide. Let's see. Copyright is 2017. So it's not too far back. It's got like different locations. It's in color, has maps, has a description, like different kind of things that you'll find in those locations, different tools, elevation, GPS, landmarks, what kind of vehicle you'll need to get there. So yeah, I see you, Carol, Glowy Girl. Thank you so much. I don't know if it has, so in the back, it also has a bunch of different references for like different managements, companies that you need to, you can contact, county offices, national forest information. And then it also has like, if you're looking for, say, malachite, let's see, or marble is on page 160. If you don't know, here in Colorado, we have a little town called Marble, Colorado, and that's where they quarried all the marble for the monuments that are in the national monuments in DC. Thank you, Carol. I'll put you down for the rock book. Perfect. I thought this one was fun. Star Wars Epic Yarn Return of the Jedi. This will be a $4 start. So I'm not quite sure where the yarn comes in. Otherwise, but here's where I think they made all of the figures like they do claymation. These are felted figures where they've to do each of the scenes. So, and it's kind of like just a word terms book for Star Wars. I think it's kind of hilarious. Look, they meet. There's the Ewoks, a felted Ewok, a felted droid. Story time. You have a Star Wars person. Look, a felted Millennial Falcon. I'm just saying. I mean, it's clever. It's funny. Where are you going to find something that unique? These are a choice. They are the Usborne, which is a really great publishing company, especially for children's books. They'll be a $3 choice. Are You There, Fox? And Are You There, Little Owl? I think these have like the cutouts again throughout the pages. Let's see. And fun little story. Then that each of the cutouts goes from one page to the next. So there's Owl and Fox. Speaking of Colorado books, this one is What Do You See? I picked it up and was looking at, they've done these great full-blown like photography pictures in the book, and then done like a quick like red rocks, like small, like just quick descriptions. And then these also have like a cutout from one to the next. So like here's a cutout, and then you can see like the waterfall behind it. This is all photography from around the state of Colorado. I read about the author and the photographer. And this is definitely, you wouldn't necessarily know it from the front, but it is a local publication for Colorado attractions and different features around the state. So the author and the photographer are both from Colorado. So there's like the picture at the end. I have two of, let me turn these the right direction. I have two of these little cloth books. I have a choice. That'd be $2 choice. I have the little bumblebee one and a little owl. Who made these? Kane Miller Publications. So they have the beads on the spine and then the little soft pages for babies. And let's see, you don't want to get this book mixed into the pile over here from Miss Carol. Perfect. A Hop on Pop, which is the board book for Dr. Seuss. This one is a $3 start. I have the board book Baby Farm Animals. It's a golden book. This would be $3 as well. It's the same story that they normally have in the golden books with the paper pages, but in the board book style. Great graphics of all the different critters on the farm. Does it have a 87 was the last copyright for this one. The original copyright was from 1953. I think that is when they originally did the story and did the graphics for it. You got it, Stephanie. Thank you. I thought this one was unique. It's got this really fun textured outside of the book. Board book pages. So it's about a bee buzzing around in the hive. Let's see. This would be a $3 one as well. Does it have, who makes this one? Make Believe Ideas is the brand on this. So it's got a lot of texture. I don't even know. This is kind of like the Minky stuff, but like a different texture to it. And then this is like a really soft, like velour little bumblebee. Okay, come on, everybody. Cooperate over here. Oh, Hip Hop. Peter Rabbit board book. This one would be a $2 start. It has a little bit of wear on the spine, but a great book for Easter, or a little Easter basket. It's got some texture to the pages. I don't know if I can show that or not. It's a little bit raised. Look at the snail. So cute. This one, 01 is the copyright on it. Peter Rabbit has been around quite a while. I'm sure that's not the original copyright. Speaking of which, I have this vintage one. Let me show this before we get to the end of the books. This is a vintage. Now, it has some condition issues. And someone has taped with some printed tape, unfortunately. But here is the vintage book. It's like a cutout shaped book of the bunny rabbit. It says Peter Rabbit. And then it has a storybook here where he's holding the book in front of him. I would start this at probably at $10 because of the condition. But it has great graphics, all color pictures throughout the story and the shaped pages, the little silhouettes of the bunny rabbits throughout. It says full color illustrations, pin up storybook. It was originally 29 cents. So the condition issues are this ear needs to be probably reinforced from the back. I believe the neck was folded over at some point, unfortunately. And this foot has a little bit of a condition issue. But I loved the graphics on it. So I had to rescue it. I'm hoping that that piece of tape is not attached. No, it is not. There we go. Is there copyright quick? 1960 is the copyright. Printed in the USA. So if he had a little assistance, he would make a really neat display piece in the back of a spring or Easter display on a shelf. And lay him down here so his ear stays connected. And then we'll finish up. This one is called I Know You Anywhere. It's by You Are Loved. Look at the giraffe on the front. It's a Velcro and it's a fabric book. I think it's a story about if you were a bear, I'd know you'd by your nose. If you were a raccoon, I'd know you because of your clever tiptoes. Just really cute photography and story all in that one. And that would be a $3 start. Thank you, Sally. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for sending me your information and your purchase. So Nancy Tillman, I believe this book was also made in a paperback. So they probably made this version for younger children. Flip Flap Fly, $3. Candlewick Press, about a baby bird flying from the nest. And, all the things that we teach the little kids to do: wiggle, splash, swim, fly. Stay warm, Sally. This one is a $2 start. It's called Little Fish, and it's got the little finger puppet that stays in the page as we go throughout the book and the story. Like that. This was, let's see. Oh, so on the back it tells you all the different critters that they made in books like this. Finger puppet book. I'm trying to look for the publisher, but I don't see it on there. It's right there, teeny tiny. Those words right there. My Dad Knows How, $3 start. A story about dads and their kids, and he knows he knows when to stay in and hang it up. Look at the little foxes. Oh my goodness. Phoenix International Publication. And look, there's a mirror for the end about how I love my dad and my dad loves me. Pat the Bunny. I know this one's been around a while. I think it's just a republication of this traditional story. All the different alphabet characteristics are, K is for kite, L is for lion, all that good stuff. $3. This is a Golden Book Press. Original, nope, 06 was this one. But I know this original story was way published before that. And this has got that little velvet feel to it on the front. Oh, I have a second one of that Cuddle Bug. It looks like I pulled that one twice. Bugs Galore. Candlewick Press again. $3 start. This one's spiders, sorry. All different kinds of bugs. You got one of those boys that loves the bugs, or girls for that matter. One of my nieces absolutely loves bugs. All the things. It tells you about all the things that buzz and fly. If You Were My Bunny, again, trying to go with that Easter theme. Cartwheel Books, $3 start. Also through Scholastic. Oh my goodness, I love this illustration with the cat and the kitten. Yeah. Just those great stories for little kids. And the last one I have is Baby Animals Touch and Feel. It says Pretty Books, PRIDDY is the publisher. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to come off. Of course not. And it has the little, I'll get the last corner of that. It has the fur for the bunny rabbit. And then we have the puppy with the fur and the little duckling, which probably is supposed to represent feathers. The fleece for the lamb and the tiger. I love the touch and feel books. Gives all their brains a working for kids. So that would be a $3 start as well. And I think that's the last book that I pulled in my pile for tonight. I think so. I think I got all the things that were out. I think we did it. So If there's anything that I showed that you're interested in, please let me know. Send me an email, make a comment, any of those ways to get in touch with me. I will be putting several of these things into my booth that I've said as we've gone. I made that little pile over here. And then a lot of these bunny books and stuff I want to put in the booth for coming up for the Easter and spring holiday. So, or baby presents, you know, it's kind of coming up on baby shower season too. So thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so much. I can't wait for Kristen to be able to join us again when she's feeling up to it. But, you know, don't want to rush her or anything, but we would love to have her back as soon as she is ready, willing, and able. So I will pull together another fun pile for you guys for next week, and we'll see what we can find in a week around here or in town. So thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you for your purchases, and we'll see you next time. Good night.